This is my TNA Bound for Glory 2012 pay-per-view review. The pay-per-view went there a little while ago. As far as my thoughts this show from TNA, I thought this was a very good pay-per-view from TNA. Definitely one of their best shows of the year. This is a show I highly recommend people to go out their way to see. You saw three very good matches. You saw excellent street fight on this pay-per-view with Robert Roode versus James Storm. Definitely the best match of the night, the match that stole the show. You saw a really good main event with Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries for the TNA title. Now, I know some people in the YWC and on the internet in general might have a problem with the outcome of Jeff Hardy becoming TNA champion, but all I gotta say to the people that say that, I have no problem with Jeff Hardy becoming champion, because how many of us thought, 4 months ago, Austin Aries would have even became TNA champion and would have kept the title all the way till Bound for Glory? And with, it's being said that Jeff Hardy's contract in TNA is going to be ending in a few months. This is obviously TNA's, kind of goodwill gesture to try to get Jeff Hardy to re-sign to their company, to re-sign with TNA. And he's, sells a lot of merchandise. He's a big merchant. He sells a lot of merchandise. So obviously, TNA wants to try their best to make sure Jeff Hardy stays in their company. And having the title on, not that bad. And he's definitely a fan favorite now. In Phoenix, Arizona, he definitely wasn't a fan favorite. The fans were completely against Jeff Hardy, and the majority of the crowd was on Austin Aries' side. Really good main event there. Second best match of the night, right behind the street fight. Then you saw a triple threat match for the tag team titles, so it was very good, and a good opener as well. So really good show from TNA. So let me get into my review. The opening matchup was RVD versus Zema Ion for the X Division title. This was definitely a good way to start the pay-per-view. Good back and forth action. The crowd was into a lot of good stuff from RVD and Zema Ion within this match. Zema Ion looked really good. He's definitely improving the longer he's going. He's definitely improving in the ring a lot. RVD looked good in here. And RVD won the X Division title after hitting the 5-star Frog Splash to Zema Ion. 3 and 1 4 stars. Very good match. Now, the only gripe that I think some people might have is with RVD maybe becoming X Division champion. I have no problem with it, because I think some interesting things can come out of it with RVD being the X Division champion. But the one thing people will make an argument is that Zema Ion should have kept the X Division title, because it would have added more heat. They should have kept the title on him maybe till Jesse Sorensen came back, so they could do that feud, add more heat on him, having the title for a long time, and then, do the feud with Zema Ion versus Jesse Sorensen. That's probably the only gripe some people might have, but it was a good match. And like I said, some interesting things could possibly come out of RVD being the X Division champion. Then the next matchup was Magnus versus Samoa Joe for the TV title. This match, at the beginning of the match was really boring. I could not get into it. It was very slow pace. Then it started picking up. I got into it. They actually did some good stuff towards the end of the match that I got back into the match. And Samoa Joe retains the TV title after putting the Kikita clutch in on Magnus, and Magnus taps out. About 2 and 1 4 stars. At least a watchable match. Then the next matchup was the match of the night, the match that stole the show. This match everyone needs to see. I don't know how much more I can hype this match up or praise it, because that's how good this match was. Everyone needs to see it. This was Robert Roode versus James Storm in the street fight with the special enforcer King Mo. And the one thing with this I was kind of worried about that before this, which thankfully did do a smart job, with King Mo being the special enforcer, I thought he was going to play a role in the outcome. Thankfully, he did not play a role in the outcome. In the little parts he did play as the role of the special enforcer, he did not play a big role in this match. So that was the good thing. Thankfully, they booked it that way right there. And within this match, James Storm bled heavily in this match. Started very, very early in this match. He was busted open, got rammed into a turnbuckle post, was bleeding heavily, profusely within the whole entire match. Robert Roode later on in the match, he was busted open as well, but nowhere to the level of James Storm. You saw a number of good things in here. Saw an excellent spear from Robert Roode to James Storm through a table on the outside. That was a really good spot. Saw a number of chair shots, kendo sticks, a lot of weapons. They got thumbtacks involved in this match. Robert Roode got slammed, got thrown through the thumbtacks. Then James Storm hit the elbow to the top to Robert Roode through the thumbtacks. Just really brutal match. Excellent stuff in here. And the end of the match comes when James Storm hits the super kick. This is the second time. He already did the beer spot where he hit him with the beer bottle. So he hits 2 super kicks, finally wins the match. So James Storm gets a huge win right here, which definitely James Storm needed to win this match, so thankfully Storm won this match, and this was a huge win for him. Definitely match tonight, 4 and 1 4 stars, maybe even 4.5 stars. Definitely the best match of the night. Definitely a match everyone needs to see. Then after this was a match I thought could have been better than what it was. It actually disappointed me. I wasn't expecting it to be anything great, but possibly something decent. This was Joey Ryan versus Al Snow. I didn't expect anything great from it, but I was expecting something a whole lot better than what I got. It was just a watchable match at best. Kind of the reason why I would say the match kind of flopped and wasn't that good was because they were doing the role. Obviously Al Snow being the crafty veteran, has more experience than Joey Ryan, which is true. But they kind of made Joey Ryan look like he was not that much of an experienced performer. He didn't play. He played that type of role, so it kind of hurt the match a little bit. But Joey Ryan did play the role in here, and the end of the match comes when Al Snow was outside the ring. Matt Morgan comes across the guardrail, attacks Al Snow, hits him with the carbon footprint, gets him into the ring, and Joey Ryan pins him. So Joey Ryan is now a contractual TNA contract. Now he has a TNA contract. So maybe some interesting stuff can come out of this Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan alliance that they're going right here. As far as match, 1.5 stars at best. Then the next matchup was the triple threat match for the TNA tag team titles. This was Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero versus Kurt Angle and AJ Styles versus the champions Kazarian and Christopher Daniels for the TNA tag team titles. Really good match, great tag team match, a lot of good stuff in here. Got real crazy at the end of the match. The one thing that they possibly could have done, they maybe made the match go a little longer because they did a lot of stuff at the end of the match where it just felt like they threw it together at the last minute. So that was the only part of the match I thought that kind of felt like, okay, just come on, end the match and stuff. But a lot of great stuff in here with everyone. Angle did some great stuff. AJ, all the talent looked good. I even got to say, I'm not a fan of really Chavo being in TNA, but I got to say, him and Kazarian do a good job as a tag team. That's probably the best thing you can do with Chavo is have him be in a tag team because I do not want to see him as a singles competitor. So it's good seeing him in a tag team, and it's good that they got something for Hernandez to do because I think Hernandez is someone that's very underrated and not used that much by TNA, and thankfully they got something for him to do right now with teaming with Chavo. Really good stuff in here, and Hernandez and Chavo pick up the tag team titles in this match. They win after Hernandez does the border toss to Daniels. Then Chavo hits the frog splash onto Daniels, and Hernandez picks the win up via pinning Daniels. Very good match, 3.5 stars, maybe 3 3/4 stars. Very good tag match though. Then the next matchup was Tara versus Miss Tessmacher for the Knockouts title. This is actually a decent women's match, nothing too special though. And Tara actually wins this match, becomes the Knockouts champion. Not too much to talk about, but it actually wasn't too bad of a women's match, about 1 3/4 stars, maybe 2 stars. It was at least a watchable women's match. Then the next matchup was something obviously people were looking forward to, at least see what the outcome was going to be. Was it going to be worth the months of build that they've been doing? This was Sting and Bully Ray teaming up to take on 2 members of Aces and Eights. What was going to be the outcome of it? Who was going to be behind it? That was the big, thing behind it. I got to say, they definitely surprised us with the outcome, but let me get into the match first. As far as the match, tag team match, actually Sting and Bully Ray worked very, very good as a tag team. And the 2 members that we obviously didn't know who was under the mask as far as the people involved in Aces and Eights, I'm thinking it was probably, obviously one of them had to be the person that ended up being revealed, which was Devon, and the other person was probably Luke Gallows. I'm thinking those were probably the 2 members, but fairly good tag match right here. Nothing too special, but not anything too bad. And the members of Aces and Eights pick up the victory, so now they got free reign. Now they are in TNA to permanently stay. And then after this, you see the Aces and Eights member. They come in there. They beat down Bully Ray. They beat down Sting. Hogan's music comes on. The members of Aces and Eights get on the ramp. Hogan knocks down about 3 or 4 of them. Come in the ring. The last person in the ring standing there. Hogan, does his pose and everything. Is about to hit him. Sting, this looks like when it's going to be a big swerve. Is going to be one of the members in the ring involved in it behind the whole time because they played it off. Was it going to be Hogan? Was it going to be Sting turning on him? Was it going to be Bully Ray? So they played that off pretty good. And then then Sting held the member of the Aces and Eights that was still in the ring, pulled off the mask, and the big reveal was it was Devon behind it. It was Devon behind all this, which, you know, something I'm not sure what my complete feelings of it are. I don't know if I hate it or like it. It's going to be something that's going to be depending on how they go with the whole storyline, because you could possibly do something good with this, you know. Obviously, you know, he can do something, you know, TNA did not push me, but pushed my partner, looked aside, didn't do anything with me. This could possibly be something good with Devon, and he definitely did a good job, you know, playing it off after it was revealed as him. Did pretty good talking and stuff right here when he was going to the back. So possibly could be something good. Could possibly be a big flop. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But as far as the tag match, I would probably give, you know, 2.5 stars. It was a decent tag match. Then the main event, which was for the TNA World Heavyweight title. This was Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries. And this was a really good match, good back and forth action, a lot of good stuff in here. The crowd in this match was definitely against Jeff Hardy. Did not want to see Jeff Hardy win this match. Was completely for Austin Aries. Obviously, there were some members in the crowd. You did hear, you know, some, you know, let's go Hardy, let's go Aries chants. So it was split in some parts, but for the most part, I would say the crowd was obviously mostly on Austin Aries' side. But really good stuff here. They pulled out everything. Very good main event for the show. Definitely the second best match of the night, because obviously the match that stole the show was the street fight, but this was still a really good main event and a good way to end the show. And Jeff Hardy becomes the TNA champion after hitting first the Twist of Fate, then the Swanton onto Austin Aries. So Jeff Hardy is the new TNA champion. So possibly, you know, they could possibly do something good with Jeff Hardy as champion. We'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, I would have loved to see Aries continue his reign as champion, but at least, you know, I never would have thought, you know, at the beginning of this year that Austin Aries would have ever became champion in TNA. Nonetheless, actually have the title for 4 months and actually, you know, main event TNA's biggest show of the year, which is Bound for Glory. So that was at least good that happened. And it was a good main event. Really good stuff with Jeff Hardy and Austin Aries. I would give the match, you know, about 3 and 3/4 stars, maybe even 4 stars. 4 stars might be a little too much, but really good match right there. Good way to end the show. Really good stuff right there. So this is definitely a show I would recommend people to go out their way to see. As far as overall rating the show, I give it probably about 8, maybe 8.25. Definitely a good show. 3 good matches, a good opener. One match that everyone needs to see. I cannot stress how much I'm praising it. Everyone needs to see the street fight. The main event for the TNA title was good, and the tag team title match was good. And obviously, you had a number of title changes on the show. So, very good show from TNA. Definitely a show that everyone needs to see. So, yeah, that's it for my TNA Bound for Glory 2012 pay-per-view review. All right, peace.